Okay guys, Tony here, and I'm going to show you our brand new tool for generating ebooks, and this takes the process from topic selection and review all the way through to generating full-blown ebooks, about 20,000 words, and you can create audio books from them as well. Okay, so you can see that we've got a get started page here, and the get started page gives you the steps that you need to take. Now you're going to be adding your own API keys. This is important because you want to be using Anthropic for the best quality of the output generation. You want to use ideogram as well because it can create images for your ebooks. And if you want to create audiobooks, then you need an 11 Labs key as well so that we can get high quality voices. Okay. Next, we can go and find a profitable niche, generate the ebook, create the cover, create a landing page for your ebook as well. Okay, then you've got the option to build your KDP listing. Now, it cannot publish directly into kdp.amazon.com, but it's a 5-minute copy paste job. It's going to map it out exactly as it is on amazon.com. You just copy, paste into the different fields, and if you choose at the end, you can generate an audiobook. Now, I've still got more to add to this. We'll talk about that a little bit later. What I want to do is come over first to the Trend Intelligence tab. Okay, now I'm going to show you some examples of past analysis. You can see we've been using this a lot. Okay, we're generating ebooks every single day, and if I go into this one here, you can see the profit score. You can see the novelty score as well. Okay, I'm just going to open this up just to give you an idea of what we've got. Okay, so we've got an overview, we've got the micro niches that we should be targeting. Okay, if you want to do a series of books, we got the monetization options in here, it gives you ideas for affiliate marketing, stuff like that. And we got competitor gaps, we got viral angles, and then we got something called deep research. Now, this has been a little bit problematic up till now. Okay, it's not this deep research feature I'm talking about. Okay, it's been a little bit problematic. The thing that's been happening with this is that whenever I've mentioned deep research, the AI has assumed I was talking about the complete trend intelligence. Okay, it mixed up the terminology. So every time I've tried to fix this, it never seemed to get fixed. Okay, and when I told it just to remove it, the deep research, it removed the whole trend intelligence tab and I had to rebuild it again. Anyway, what this is with the deep research, this is sort of marketing questions. It's got nothing at all to do with your ebook generation. Okay, it is not needed for the ebook generation. I will try and fix it again over the next couple of days, but for now, do not be concerned that this is not yet working. Okay, because this is more marketing type of questions. Okay, like where do people hang out online that is interested in this particular topic? What Reddit subtopic, what subreddits do they hang out, which Facebook groups, etc. That kind of information. Okay, that's just deep research. I'll change that to marketing research instead of deep research, but it does not affect the ebook generation. If I come over into my ebooks here, you can see I've got 25 ebooks created. Okay, 400, almost 500,000 words generated. This one here, 18,500. This one here, 18,700. I've got some at 21,000, some at 20,000. This one is about 120 short of 20,000 here. You can see it's not affecting that at all. Okay, so what we do is we start with trend intelligence. Now, the more information we put in here, the better it is going to be. Okay, the better the output is going to be. And the best way to do that is not to use just keywords only. You will still get decent output, but it's not going to be as good as it could be. What you can do as well is you can also use this AI research assistant. Now, personally, I rather just paste the data in here, and here's the reason why. If I am mapping out an ebook, okay, the first thing I want to do is go over to amazon.com and I want to get some insights from amazon.com. So let's just jump over into amazon.com right now, and I'll go to the bookstore, And I'm going to type in here, okay, men over 50 fitness. Okay, I'm building out a website for that. Now, when I'm in here, we can see that I've got a couple of Chrome extensions. Okay, this is one of them. That I don't actually like. This one is KDP Scout. There's another one here. It's called KIP Scout. Okay, KIP Scout. You can find it on the Chrome store. When I click on this, you can see it's giving me information about what is profitable and how much money people are making per month. Okay, it's a free Chrome extension you can use. Okay, so you can come down here and you see this one. It's highlighted in green. Chair yoga for men over 50. And it's making 88 sales a month at $1,300 a month. Now imagine you had 10 of those. You'd be in 5 figures per month just from, you know, a few ebooks, if you had 10 ebooks. Although the main keyword or the main topic is saying here unprofitable, what I can do is I can start to dig in a little bit deeper. Okay, there's another one here, chair Tai Chi for men. Okay. What I can do then is come over and I put in here chair Tai Chi for seniors. Okay, let's do it for seniors. It's more specific. The more specific it is, the less competition you are going to have, but we have to see if it's profitable. Now if I click on this, I'm going to continue with that incognito. You can see now it's profitable. Okay, average revenue per month is $5,000. And you can see sales per month, some of these getting 989 sales per month, $19,000 per month. This one here, Tai Chi exercises for seniors, is getting 795 sales per month according to this Chrome extension, $12,000 per month, $11,000 per month, $2,000 per month, $8,000, $1,600, etc., etc. And it's highlighting the ones that things you should pay attention to. Okay, now this is good information. What I normally do is I take all it is. Okay, let me just come back again, go into the results. What I normally do is I'll just copy paste everything here. Okay, and I'm going to create a quick Google Sheet, and I'm going to paste that information in here. Doesn't it? Yeah, it's there. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of these columns from here so I know what they are. So I'm going to feed this into AI. Okay, I'm going to give it to Claude. So we've got name, price, rank, sales. Okay, so here, name, price, okay, rank. I'll give you a template for this if in the member area. Okay. And that's sales per month. Okay, so sales per month. Then we got revenue per month, and just put PM here. Okay, let's see what the last two columns were there. I've forgotten already. Okay, and the number of reviews, number of pages. Okay, so we've got reviews. And what I normally do is I keep this open, okay, and I give the name of the sheet Amazon KIP, named after the Chrome extension. And what I do, every niche that I do, I can either make a space and add the information underneath here for other topics that I've been digging into, or we can just simply create another tab and copy paste the information from here. Okay, and we just can paste that into this section here, for example. Okay, and so it's always there. Okay, quick, easy. I've got it done on the other computer. I just set it as the first time I set it up here. Should have really done that before the video, so my apologies. But anyway, this is how quickly you can go and find really profitable niches. So we got something like chair Tai Chi for seniors over 60, safe, easy, 10-minute daily seated flows to improve mobility, etc. This is selling well. Okay, now these are all done with the frameworks. Okay, notice that they've all got things like 10-minute daily, 10-minute daily, 28 days, etc. And you got a whole bunch of these other ones. And so we're getting into a sort of subtopic of sort of fitness for seniors, men over 50, etc., who are approaching that kind of senior status, 50s, 60s, etc. So they're thinking about their health. They're starting to notice changes. They are feeling joint pains and sore backs, and noticing that they're getting more and more belly fat and stuff like that. Okay, as happened to me, by the way. And I got really deep into fitness after that. I thought, no, I've got to use it or lose it. So that's how I got into this kind of topic. But it's interesting because there's a massive demand for it. There's an absolute massive demand for it. I didn't realize there was so much demand, but there's tons and tons and tons of niches like that. And finding niches can often come from your own experiences as well, okay? Whatever your own pain points are in life, that's probably a good place to start looking, okay? Whether it's about you've got exams coming up, or whether it's changing career, or starting a family, whatever it might be, whatever stage in your life, think of the pain points you got, have a look in Amazon, see what kind of books are there, go and look for the subtopics once you've got in there, once you're using something like this KIP Scout, okay? Okay, so anyway, now I've got this information, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over to the sheet that I've got some content on, and I'm going to click on download, and I'm going to click on CSV, okay, and I'm just going to put in to my downloads folder, okay. Next step, I'm going to go over into Claude. Now Claude I use for just about everything now, okay, and I'm going to upload the CSV, and what I'm going to do is ask it to analyze this, okay. Analyze this niche and tell me what ebooks I can generate with my ProfiBooks AI tool that fills a gap in the market. Okay, this is what I normally do. Fix my typo. VBooks should be books. Okay, and let Claude go and give you some information back. Now you should, and you can, and you should be doing some back and forth in the chat. I'm going to keep this short since we're on a video, but normally I would dig deeper and deeper and deeper within the Claude chat. Okay, now we'll go and take screenshots of pages like this. Okay, if you use another free Chrome extension called Fireshot, it can capture the entire page. Okay, so I'll just take this, and when this screenshots the entire page, we're going to put that into Claude as well. I should have really done that with the first prompt. Okay, now we got that, I can just simply copy to clipboard, come back over to my Claude. Okay, healthy mid-tier but not bloodbath territory. Average revenue 5,500. Now, if I had 10 of those, I'd be really, really, really happy. And I'm not going to be complaining. Even if I've got 10 that are making $500 a month, I'm not going to be complaining. Okay, proven profitable but maturing niche. Okay, so pattern everyone is copying. And top gaps. Chair Tai Chi for neuropathy. Okay. Tai Chi for Parkinson, Tai Chi for better sleep, that's a good one. 4 minute Tai Chi breaks multiple times a day, that's a good one, okay, because it sounds like not a lot of effort, just 4 or 5 minutes. 5 minute, no, it's number 4, okay, 5 minute chair Tai Chi breaks. Let's see, Tai Chi for wheelchair users, unusual, but it could work, okay. What to feed ProfiBooks. Okay, so it's giving me this information. Now I'm going to put that screenshot, I'm just going to Control and V since I'm using a Windows computer. And I'm going to say I want to explore the topic Tai Chi for better sleep. Notice the headline copywriting frameworks and patterns. This is actually built in for things like the patterns and the copywriting frameworks and the most successful books, etc. It's actually built into ProfiBooks, but for now I just want to tell it to analyze it anyway, okay, just to give you an insight into the kind of thing that we've automated in the back end. And what I can do as well, now, this will work better if you create a Claude project, okay. I've actually got a Claude project. I will do a separate video on how to create a Claude project specifically for ProfiBooks, okay. But I'm sort of doing this from scratch so that you can see what to do for yourself for now. But we're going to have 2 or 3 webinar sessions for ProfiBooks, and I will show you how to create a Claude project that you don't have to keep reminding all this stuff, okay. You just tell it one time. I'm going to give you a screenshot. So I'm going to give you some keywords that I get from SEMrush. You can take a 2 weeks trial for SEMrush, by the way, and you could do more than that 2 weeks trial for a whole bunch of topics to last you a whole year, okay. And I will give it also the key IP scout information, okay. So in that Claude project, all I need to do is just upload the CSV, upload the screenshot of the Amazon page for that specific topic, and it just goes ahead from there. But inside ProfiBooks as well, there's a publishing kit, okay. Publishing kit basically will help you to generate everything needed to optimize a KDP listing, and it's just simple copy paste. We cannot auto publish into Amazon, but it's simply copy the headline, put it in the headline field, etc. Description field, stuff like that, okay. Master formula everyone's using, okay. Reassurance adjective, okay. Chai tea for, okay. Specific audience, okay, so for seniors or whatever. And it's basically seeing what the framework is, what is working, okay. The 9 frameworks driving these titles. 10 minute a day, simple, easy, beginner friendly. Improve mobility, so it's talking into the benefits and stuff like that. This is good information, okay. What's missing? Time of day anchors, body state targets, wake quality outcomes, pajama wind down imagery, whatever, okay. This is free white space, okay. So we got this better sleep, okay. Now what I'm going to do, and this is baked into my Claude project that I'm going to teach you how to build, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this full page, okay. It's got all of this. No, let me just not do that. Just bear with me a second, guys, here, because it's going to confuse him. Okay, I'm going to put in here print screen, and I'm going to take information from here. I'm going to take a screenshot from here, and I'm going to ask Claude, help me to feed ProfiBooks AI with the information needed to create a factual, science-based and proven ebook for this topic. Okay, here's a screenshot where I can add title and give in-depth instructions to the ProfiBooks AI. Okay, I'll just paste in that. It's going to give me the information needed to go and put in there, so that when we're doing the research, it's going to do it in depth, okay. Forgot to click on the arrow button. Okay, now let's have a look at some of these, because this is, that's kind of astounding revenue for me. We can do things like affiliate marketing, we can do things like drop shipping and all that kind of stuff. But if we can replace that with simple ebooks, and we are sort of sniping at subtopics, identifying gaps. Not all of them will be winners when we're looking for gap identification, but there will be some, and then it becomes a numbers game. Okay, so it would really depend on how many of these that you are generating and publishing on a daily or weekly or monthly basis, right? Now I have a team here. Two people come 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I've got them now. Up until now, they've been generating the Growth Signals newsletter, where we are curating the best case studies from Twitter or X, from YouTube, from LinkedIn, Substack, etc. And usually about 15 items per day in the Daily Growth Signals newsletter. So, it's like getting 15 Warrior Plus offers in your inbox every single day. But I've told them to cut down from 15 to 8 and to generate 2 ebooks a day. Okay, so if you got a setup like that, okay, and these kids are not marketers, they just know how to use computer, they can follow instructions, etc. If you have a setup like that, then you can be knocking these out on a regular basis. Okay, very quick, very easy. Once they understand how to use this. Now the good news is, it doesn't take long to generate an ebook. It only takes about 15 minutes to generate an ebook with this, and it's going to be in depth. And you will see during the process here, we have built in a consistency monitor. So everything mentioned in the outline has to be matched with the actual ebook, and we can check it before generation, we can check it after generation. Sometimes AI, when you're doing long form content like 20,000 word ebooks, it will start to wander off, and it will start to use different terminology that might have been used in the outline or in the description of your Amazon listing, whatever. Okay, this ensures that does not happen. I don't know any other tools, if any other tools are doing that. Okay, this is all kind of new stuff to me. I'm just feeling my way into it and generating really good high quality ebooks on a topic that I really do understand very well, because I've been doing this for about a year now with the fitness stuff, so I understand quite a lot, and I do go through it, and I generate audiobooks as well, so I can listen. If I go cycling or go walking or whatever, I can listen at 2x speed, and I can see if there's anything that needs tightened up, or if it's on topic, if it's accurate. Okay. And so far, since I put the consistency thing in there, the consistency feature, it's been very, very, very good. Okay, so anyway, let's come back over to Claude. Okay, so we're going to copy this, we're going to put this into ProfiBooks. Okay, niche keyword is in here. Okay, now Claude has given me all of this information. Just simply copy this. You can see how detailed that is. The better the detail, the better the output you are going to get. Okay, simple as that. So I'm going to paste that in here, and I'm going to click on Analyze Niche. Now you did notice there's an AI research assistant that will talk to Claude directly if you want. I prefer to use a Claude project. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set that up in webinar 1 once we start this, as well as how to use the tool as well, which I'm doing kind of right now anyway. But what that's going to do, having that Claude project, is that you can go in there every single time and it knows exactly what it is looking for. Okay, if you give it the KIP scout reports, it knows what it's looking for. Okay, and you can have that back and forth conversation within a project in separate chats, and it's got a memory for the entire project. Okay, so you give it instructions, you upload some files. I will give you the files to upload, so that you're going to get this output every single time with minimal effort. Okay, all you're going to have to do is take a screenshot. If you've got a SEMrush trial, go and get some keywords from SEMrush. Okay, and if you have got the KIP Scout report, then save that as a CSV and upload that as well. Okay, so that didn't take too long, about 60 seconds. And here we can see profitability, longevity, novelty, all at 9 out of 10. Audience fit, 10 out of 10. Urgency, 9 out of 10. Competition is low, 2 out of 10. This is looking good. Okay, we have got stuff in the back end to analyze this. Okay, there's very, very good prompts behind that I got Claude to help me to build. Okay, so we've got timing analysis recommendation, we've got our micro niches, and we've got our monetization, and we've got our competitor gaps, etc. I'm not going to read all this out. We've got viral angles, and we've got some questions. This is based on Perplexity, this deep research. It's based on Perplexity. You know, when you do a prompt in Perplexity, it gives you an output, and it then has follow-up or related questions underneath, suggested questions, suggested follow-ups. That's all this is meant to be, okay? It's got nothing to do with your ebook generation. So although if I click on this right now, it's not going to give me the results because it's got a bug in there right now. I'm either going to get it fixed in the next 2 days, or I'm going to remove it completely and just build a separate tab for follow-up stuff, okay? We'll have it in there in one way or another, but whether we can keep it in the same format like we got now, I don't know, okay? It's not really hugely important. You can do the same, you can get the same information just from your Claude project when I show you how to set it up. Okay, so now what we do, create the ebook, okay? We're going to generate the outline, and notice here it's going to generate the outline, and then when we generate the ebook, it's going to, we've got a tab here called marketing. It's going to give us a marketing plan. What to do pre-launch, what to do in week 1, what to do in week 2. It will start wandering off into things like doing low-cost Amazon ads, and we've also got Amazon ads checklist in here as well, and I'm going to take that a little bit further as well. Okay, we've got ability to generate a cover image. It's using the ideogram API. The prompt is coming from Claude. After it's read the ebook, it knows what cover to what prompt to use for the cover image, and then we create a landing page with that cover image part of the landing page hero section, and then if you choose, you can generate an audiobook with 11 Labs. Okay, simple stuff, simple workflow, but high quality output. Now I'm going to pause this because this might take a couple of minutes to, you know, probably more, maybe 4 or 5 minutes to generate a 17 to 20,000 word ebook. Okay, but I'll wait until the outline is done first so that I can show you the consistency feature that I built in. So once the outline is generated and we tell it to generate all chapters, then we're going to have a little pop-up, and it's going to ask me which chapters, which part of the outline should we check for the consistency. Okay, the AI is identifying where there's likely some terminology that needs to be consistent across the whole ebook, so that people don't think they bought one thing and they are consuming another. Okay, I didn't buy, I bought a book with this outline, but the output or what I'm reading is not what was described in the outline or the description of the Amazon product. So that consistency feature is hugely important. Okay, this should be finished in a few seconds. I really wish it would, because I'm not sure what I'm going to say next. I'm kind of running out of words here. While that's happening, we've got things like eBook Studio. Now, I don't really use that. It's where you can generate ebooks on its own, but I usually just work within the workflow. Okay, but here you can put in title, subtitle, target audience, writing tone, all that kind of stuff, and you can put your information in here. You've got a section for my ebooks, so you can see all the ebooks that you've generated. Okay, I need to put some categorization in here as well, so that if you're creating in multiple niches, that you can just separate by the topics, etc. Then we've got the KDP publish. Okay, now if I click through on one of these, then you can see the listing kit and the 5-minute publish. Okay, you have to generate the listing kit first before you can use the 5-minute publish. So when we click on this, I'll just click on it right now. It's not going to be the same book, but we can come to this once we've generated this ebook that I'm generating now, and then we can do the 5-minute publish, so you can see exactly how that works as well. Okay, let's come back over. This should be finishing in a second. If not, it's not a bad sign, it's a good sign, because it's going really in depth. Okay, now we've got all our chapters. Okay, it does 10 chapters, and we can just do a quick scan and everything here is looking good. Okay, I'm not spending too much time analyzing it, but if I click on the little arrow here, we can see that it's got a very in-depth content brief for each chapter. Okay, very, very in-depth. You can generate chapters one at a time, or you can write all chapters. Okay, I'm going to choose to write all chapters, and you can see it's got a progress bar up here as well, and you can see it's using Claude Sonnet 4.5. Now I'm going to add that you can have option to use Sonnet 4.6, Opus 4.6 and 4.7, etc. I'll do that in the next few days. So write all chapters, and here is the cross chapters consistency lock. Okay, now it's already pre-chosen, the AI is already pre-chosen the chapters to check. Okay, and this means that it's going to check and make sure that we got a consistency from what is described and what the output actually is. Okay, this is where it can go wrong when you're using AI for long form content generation. This is really, really important. So we never skip this, never skip it. In fact, I should take that off and click on generate, and now it's going to generate, and after each chapter we should see a progress bar here. So I'm going to pause for now because there's no point in me just sitting here waffling on while this is happening. We're already 30 minutes in. There's been quite in-depth explainer up to this point. So we'll come back once the ebook has been generated, and we can have a look as well at the publishing kit output that we just started as well. Okay guys, so the ebook has been generated. You can see we've got 19,000 words in here. The first chapter, 1,500 words, and just read, oh sorry, the first chapter 1,600 words, chapter 2 1,500, chapter 3 1,500, etc, etc. Okay, so we got quite an in-depth ebook. Let's just check the quality. You're staring at the ceiling again. The house is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator downstairs. Your spouse breathes steadily beside you. You should be asleep. You know you need to be asleep, but your mind has clicked on like a fluorescent light. It's very picture. It's written to generate sort of imagery in your mind, which is, you know, high quality stuff. Okay, so we've got a high quality ebook. Okay, that did not take long. I was actually doing some other stuff because when this was generating, I come over to check the KDP listing kit, and this has been generated for a separate ebook because I already had one there, and you can see it's given us 3 title variations, and this is using the exact frameworks that we've found are successful in Amazon. Okay, I uploaded hundreds of examples and got Claude to analyze them before I put it into ProfiBooks. Okay, we've got Amazon book description, we've got keyword clusters, etc. You're allowed to put up to 7 keyword phrases. Most successful books are using some bonus stacks which you can get AI to do for you. Things like quick start guides, self-assessment checklist, practice calendar. If you got traffic magnets and the version 2 calculator magnets, those are multi-step quiz calculators that we produce using traffic magnets. So if you got that, then use that for these as well. You can use that for things like self-assessment checklists. Okay, you can use that for doing progressive practice calendars, etc. That is exactly what we built traffic magnets to do, and you can put it on a simple web page and send somebody over to that web page. It's got all of this on it. Okay, I'll cover that in the training, but you do need to have traffic magnets software to do that. Here as well, we got some prompts for ideogram. Okay, now this is important. Why? Because on the Amazon listing pages that are successful, if we go into, let's just see if this one here, when we go in here, you're going to see, when we scroll down a little bit, the product details. Actually, it's probably not the best example. Let me see if the next one would do it. Let me actually just find out which ones are successful, and I can pick out one. Tai Chi chair for seniors over 60. Okay, Let me just find that one. Over 60. Okay, let's go through here. When we come down to the listing, no. Usually you have a bunch of images in here. That's a gap. That's not a negative. That's a gap. That's what this person has put on Amazon. But a lot of the time, you're finding that they are using images quite broadly, like this one. And this is what we want to achieve. Okay. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And things like this we can do with our own landing pages. We can even screenshot the landing pages that are generated from within ProfiBooks and probably use that as well. But for now, what I want to do is go into Ideogram, okay, and generate some images. Now, you can see I did generate some here. There's a problem, and a problem I need to fix over the next 2 days. We want consistency of character, okay, and we want to have more specific details for the image generation. So what I did is I just went into Claude and basically just described the problem that I seen. 8 banners showing 8 different people kills the listings narrative thread. So character lock, paste this in your prompt notes so you stay consistent, okay. So you can use these different characters, etc. Here's rewritten prompts, okay. So this one is for African American women, age 62. Banner 2, there's a before after. Again, African American women, age 62. And again, it's got this same character. Now you can decide which character you want. You can change the prompt to be anything if you want to do like for athletes or teenagers or whatever it might be, okay. Now what I can do is I can go into Ideogram. Now I'm going to do that update in the tool, okay. I'm due to do a session in ProfiBooks tomorrow or day after. Okay, and all I want to do is show you right now the quality of Ideogram and why we chose to use this one, because it is actually very, very good. Okay, let's come into the home page and we can see it being generated here because it tells us the percentage as it's going forward. And you can see in the background here there's some really good images, some really high quality image stuff. Okay, so here is our image that we got created. Okay, now I'm going to take the next prompt from here. Oh. So that's the sort of banner image that I'm going to copy. The next one, come into Ideogram, and all I need to do is replace everything here with what Claude gave me. And if you want more information on there, maybe some text or something, you can just add it into the prompt or tell Claude if you want to do any adjustments. But you can see it's really high quality image. See this one here. And so here we got the before and after, okay, and it will just go through each one of these step by step. Let's do one more, just one more, and see how that turns out, because I gave it 3 to begin with. The first 3 that I generated I wasn't happy with. Now we got 25 books generated. I haven't put any on Amazon yet, and you know, this is the kind of thing you find as you're going along. So when I'm seeing things that we need improved for ourselves, then of course it's going to be the same for updates we do in the book. Okay, so this slightly shorter here, but still it's got a consistency. Okay, you can see. Maybe we need to be specific for things like length of hair or whatever, but this is the quality of Ideogram is what I wanted to show you here. That was an important thing. So you can see this does generate high quality images that's good enough, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. These images are very, very cheap to create. Okay, so let's come back into ProfiBooks. Okay, now we've got that ebook generated. I'm not going to read it all. I'd rather turn it into an audiobook later. we can generate a marketing kit. Okay, and when we're generating marketing kit, we can also generate a cover in here. We can choose the styles, whether it's realistic, design, illustration. I'll just keep it realistic. And you can put in a custom prompt if you want. Okay, you can ask Claude, okay, give me cover image prompt if you want. I'll generate the cover. Notice the size in here for the cover as well. Now when you're generating with Ideogram API, you'll notice it takes, it can take 30 to 40 seconds sometimes, because it's writing the prompt, using the API to give the prompt to Ideogram, waiting for Ideogram to come back with the information. Okay. That was actually quite quick. Again, the consistency is needed. Okay, the consistency of image is needed here as well from what you do with your banners, etc. So I come back over here, click on marketing. Oh, it stopped while I started the other one, so I'm going to skip that for now. Okay, let's go and do a landing page. Generate a landing page. In the marketing kit, I will put some information, or we'll cover in detail when we're doing the webinars. Okay, you can see here we can put some prices as well on this landing page. This is for selling outside of Amazon, so just from your landing page. So you can say like, buy the ebook at $9.99 or $24.99, whatever you want to charge. Okay, and you can do it bundle with the ebook and the audiobook version and charge more. Here is giving an example, $9.99 for the ebook and $24.99 for the audiobook with it as well. Okay, now that's okay as long as you can drive traffic, but KDP is important because it's already got the traffic. Okay, it's already got that audience, people searching within the platform, and there's other platforms as well. Okay, so landing page is generated. We can click here to copy the URL, or we can open it, and you can see that image that we generated before. You can see the headline framework that works. Okay, and the buy link we did not add. Okay, I did not put the prices or the buy link. That would have been in here. What you'll discover, what readers are saying. You cannot use these testimonials in Amazon, by the way. Okay, if you put testimonials that are made up in Amazon, you get in trouble. It's okay for a landing page that is coming from the ProfiBooks domain here, and you can take the HTML, put it on your own site as well. And here we got some frequently asked questions as well, and that was nice and quick and easy. Okay, you can basically run ads to that probably, although you might want to do some tweaks and more information, etc. Okay, and then we got the marketing kit, and we can check the consistency again after it's been generated. Now what we would do next is we would go to the KDP publish, and once you have generated this, then we got the 5-minute publish. Okay, so we can select the books, and you can see it's got a progress here as well. Okay, language, Kindle Books language. Okay, I'm just looking down here. We got book title, subtitle, series. This is exactly the information that you need to put in to Amazon. Choose one of 3 titles. Okay, I'll click on the next one. Choose a subtitle. You would just copy this and put it into the Amazon listing. Okay, you go to the next step. This book is part of a series, then you would put that in here. For example, Men's 50. Okay, author name. Now you can, within ProfiBooks, decide if you want to have a consistent offer across a specific topic. Okay, so if I was going to do a whole bunch of these Tai Chi exercise ebooks, then I might want to use this same writer's name every time. Okay, author name. Okay, And this is just all copy paste stuff. Okay, leave blank unless you've got a co-author. Copy this. Okay, this is an HTML. That's a book description, and this matches exactly what you will find in Amazon. Okay, you just copy and paste. I'm not going to list it right now because I don't want to. I want to check the consistency of, I want to get images redone and do some quick updates into ProfiBooks. But you can see this is quality. This is a quality tool. Okay, you've got all the ebooks that you generated. I should have 26 now. Okay, and all between 17 and 21,000 words. Okay, all of these that are complete. Okay, that's basically the walkthrough of ProfiBooks. Very, very high quality output. Going to get better as well. And you know, as we start to list stuff on Amazon, start to learn the things that we don't yet know, then we will just keep improving it as well, because we're going to be using it ourselves. Anyway, get any questions, you can put them in the comments, or you can send in an email to support@anthonyhayes.me and let me know what you think. Okay, leave a comment below and let us know what you would like to generate, what kind of ebooks you would like to generate if you were able to make the kind of money that is showing for some of these. I mean, this is crazy, crazy money, right? Get into results in here. Just go back one step here. I'm going to put in here Tai Chi for men. Okay, this is where we can really make a difference. I forgot the I in Tai Chi. When we being specific who it's for. Okay, we're not only doing the sub niche of fitness, but we're actually diving into who it's for. Okay, and you can see for men we got unprofitable, but if I do for men over 50, then we're taking it even deeper. The more specific we are, then the better it should get. And it's turned from unprofitable at the top, because as it starts to populate with these figures, etc., it turned profitable. Okay, so the more specific you are about your topic, the better. Okay, good stuff. All right, guys. I'll put a link for ProfiBooks in the description and in the first comment as well. So if you're not on my email list, this is how you can purchase it, and it's available for a really, really great price right now. And click on the link, find out more. Thanks.